What's up guys, welcome to another video. Welcome back. I'll be doing a BTS video on the new MV that was dropped about 4 days ago. I've watched the video like 10 times, but I noticed that it has these storylines to it which I don't really understand. I know it's related to the BU, and I just started getting into the BU. I don't really understand much of it, but I did this xCeleste vision or summary of it. It was about 59 minutes, so I could not react on it or video it, so I just listened to it myself. It's like continuation of it, so, but I wanted to video my reaction to additional take on it. So there's like to add before I start this long video. I don't want this video to be too long. Now is HYBE collaboration or merger or selling out or with Iteka Holding, the one that Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande with Demi Lovato label. I noticed it, and it's more like a business part, it's not the music, so it's none of our business. Actually, I feel the same way too, but and then again, because they gave us the opportunity to see what's going on in the business part of it, I think they wanted our opinion. That's why they did that way. So I still have mixed feelings about it. I don't know how, because I am still new in fandom. I'm still young. I still regard myself as baby army. But since I didn't have many guide, I did most of my discovery and guide by myself. So really want other people's take on it, other army's take on it. MOA on for TXT and NIFS fan. I really want to know people's opinion about the merger. I feel like it's going to allow American artists into Korean industry, because they want that strong base fandom, that loyal fandom that K-pop has to offer, or the Korean community has to offer. But I don't think it will favor K-pop in general that much. I don't think so. I know that sooner or later K-pop will take over the world, but I don't know if this merger will actually do much for BTS. I think it's just on their go on their military. They will not, the company will not lose too much of its stock. Its stock value will not drop. I think that is the stunt that they are trying to play. So I feel really anxious. I would really like to hear other people's opinion about it. Well, before this video gets too long, without ado, let's get a reaction or the explanation of the Film Out, the Japanese album of BTS. So let's get right into it. Don't forget to like this video and hit the subscribe button, and please if you like video and you like it, please hit the subscribe button. Even if you don't like it, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you.
Welcome back to my channel and to the Film Out music video explanation / theory video. Now, to understand BTS's fictional storyline, I did create an updated BTS storyline. We start with Jungkook alone in a room with covered furniture. This room represents the future, while the cleaner looking room with...
I swear this picture is so beautiful. I wanted to say when I watched the video, it was so beautiful. Like
all the members together is the past.
Okay.
The windows behind Jungkook are covered in clouds, just like the window behind Taehyung. So we know this is a window. And in one scene, this window also had blinds. During Taehyung's part, you notice an hourglass laying on the table. This could represent that time has stood still, and that this room represents being stuck or is in a standstill. As soon as the room darkens, it shows Seokjin walking in, but this is a different room from what Jungkook was in. The windows that were covered in clouds now show all 7 of the boys together in the clean room. This represents the parallel universes. Notice how the couch is facing each other, the plants are in the same location, and the lamps are on the same side of the room. Parallel universe means a world conceived of as coexisting with and having certain similarities to the known world, but different from it in some fundamental way. As you can see, Jungkook has the room with the gray chair, while Seokjin's room has the white chair. Why are there parallel universes? It's because there's time traveling. Seokjin made a deal with a cat to travel back in time in order to save the boys, and we all know how that went down. Each time Seokjin travels back, he actually doesn't continue the same universe, but creates another parallel universe. The old universe he left behind will actually continue as is, which is what I believe all of these doors represent. All of the universes he created by time travel. Okay, but in this
immediately I saw that door scene. Let me take it back a little bit. That door scene. Immediately I saw this scene, it automatically clicked to me that it has to have a connection with the BU, and that is why I was immediately looking for an explanation on how it's connected. So this makes so much sense now.
He created by time travel. Okay, but in this clean room, which is the past, they're all happy because they're together. Seokjin is trying to save them all so they could once again be together and be happy. He then holds up an hourglass showing that his time just restarted, meaning the room he's currently in, he just got into, which is why we saw him walking into this room. He's disconnected from the other members because in the storyline, he hasn't told any of them about his ability to time loop,
but they knew about it or was suspecting.
Don't worry though, later in the story he does confess to everyone about what's been happening. The scene switches over to Jungkook looking through the window as if he noticed Seokjin, but then looks down at the hourglass. His hourglass has finished, meaning it's going to start all over again, which is why they end up fading away. Them fading away could represent them going over to a new parallel universe.
Sorry about the ads.
So why does Jungkook notice the hourglass, and why is he in a room similar to Seokjin's? In the storyline, after he gets hit with a truck, which he believes was actually Seokjin, the cat approaches him and asks him, "It'll be more painful to live than die. Do you still want to live?" Jungkook most likely made a deal with this cat, just like Seokjin made a deal with
devil's deal.
So that means Jungkook is now in his own time loop, which is why he looks at the hourglass. We know that tension has been building up between Seokjin and Jungkook because Jungkook believes Seokjin was the one who hit him with the truck. Jungkook also suspects that the others know about the car accident.
I swear, watching the video is so emotional. Like, I felt really emotional about it. I actually thought watching the I Need You video was terrible. Like the storyline, the music video was terrible. I thought so, but after now listening to the video story, the summary, like it felt even more emotional. Like it felt even it's interesting to imagine that could ever happen. But I can only not imagine that should happen to them. Like that should not happen to them, because it's let's leave it as fiction. Let's just leave it as fiction.
But they're hiding the truth from him. But actually, the boys were just trying to find the map of the soul to help Seokjin. and they kept Jungkook out of it because they didn't want to stress him out so he could recover from the car accident. Now, this scene with Hoseok and Yoongi on a platform next to a door frame in the middle of a desert, this one still confuses me, not gonna lie. But since this music video does remind us of fake love, J-Hope was by the door during the music video. And I mean, Yoongi wasn't sitting against one, but I mean, he had a door in his room, if that means anything. We do see Hoseok and Yoongi interacting during Black Swan. The door frame could symbolize the transition and the passage from one world to another. This would actually go hand in hand with all the doors we saw in Seokjin's scene. Seokjin reaches out his hands as the boys fade away. This scene reminds me of Seokjin reaching out during the Euphoria music video when Jungkook was trying to save Yoongi. And Seokjin was also in front of a window watching. Just like in Film Out, Seokjin is watching everyone once again through a window. We know that the window is linked to his time travels, which is why we hear the window shattering whenever he goes back in time. I'm assuming the window helps him see the past timelines just from the webtoon, which is another reason why I think the clean room is the past.
Just ask again.
The scene quickly switches over to the hourglass that is now moving backwards. Time is rewinding. The room falls into destruction similar to the Fake Love music video. Remember that every time the window shatters in the story, that means he's going through another time loop. That also explains why the hourglass is rewinding. The room is in chaos and he tries to run out but realizes where he's at. Similar to the information we've gotten so far from the BTS Universe storyline, Seokjin did try to run away and began losing his memories of the boys. He ends up realizing that he doesn't want to continue running away and faces the pain to regain his memory back. Then, just like that, Seokjin disappears, going into another universe, which is another time loop. Before disappearing, Seokjin walks back and faces the window once again.
This reminds me of Flash. Like, when you go back in time over and over, if you go over a timeline, different timeline, you create more holes in the universe and then you create more problems. Like, it doesn't get better. It just doesn't get better. It only gets worse until the whole world is in chaos and then you have to fight Zoom.
Scene from the other parallel room. By the looks of it, he notices Seokjin. Why does he notice Seokjin? In the storyline, Taehyung thought he was just having nightmares of the boys, but realizes he was seeing past timelines. In the webtoon, Taehyung actually goes to Seokjin's house after seeing his dreams of Seokjin hopeless and sitting on the ground trying to ignore the time loops. Maybe this scene represents that. Now the ending seems pretty sad because Seokjin is no longer there and Taehyung is reaching out. But we know what happens in the storyline. Seokjin does end up saving everyone and found his map of the soul. Now the story shifts over to Jungkook because he has this tension built against the boys, and it seems like he made a time loop deal with the cats. The lyrics of Film Out do talk about reaching out their hand and the person suddenly disappearing. After going over detailed lyrics, I've come to the conclusion that the lyrics could also connect to the storyline. Remember that Film Out is the OST for the upcoming Signal movie, which also involves time travel. Now there is a series for Signal, but it's about one detective existing in the present while another detective exists in the past, and they help each other solve cases through a radio. The lyrics also go over picking up memories and gathering together, then gazing at them projected across the room. Seokjin had a scene like that in the BTS storyline. He gathered all their old photos because he was losing his memories. And every time he tried to remember, a painful headache tried to stop him. So the lyrics, I feel you with every burst of pain, reminds me of Seokjin's pain. Now I'm going to go over all the things I noticed but haven't been able to figure out. Seokjin was running. The door on the other side was open, but during Taehyung's scene, it's closed. This blue scene with all of them standing is still puzzling to me. We do notice Seokjin is standing ahead of them instead of beside them. Although this scene does remind me of Fake Love when they were like lined up in hoods. This painting behind RM is actually the same painting from their Life Goes On music video. This was pretty interesting. Also, another thing I wanted to note was that Taehyung and Jimin were the only ones who appeared in Jungkook's room, and they were also the only ones who appeared in the orange-yellow room. What y'all think?
I did enjoy that. Like, that's really interesting. I think I'll watch it again to be able to come up with my own theories, because there's so many things running through my mind right now, so many information. Wow, that's actually interesting. My own theory of this scene here is more like him realizing that he can't remember them. Like, it's the past, but since he has whenever he remembers, or since he made that day with the cats, he's losing his memory gradually. But now he's now in the timeline, like he's in the middle of jumping over. It's like going back in time to redo it and try to save everybody. But now he's stuck in this and he doesn't actually remember this. He didn't remember this ever happened. He didn't. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think he's more like confused on how he's in this picture, this part of time travel. But I feel it's more like, since the storyline talks about they are both in different, or rather the same event is happening. The same event is happening, but it's happening to two of them in two different timelines. Like since whenever you go to another timeline, or you change the timeline, the event, something changes in it. But the first one, it happens to J-Hope, and then the second one is happening to Yoongi. I think that's it. So I think that's what happened here. Like, they are both in the same kind of situation in different parallel world. Like, I think that's what this film is about. Alright, well, that's my theory on it. So these parts, to be more painful to live than die, you still want to live. I think there are some things in this life where even if it is painful, you still dare want to do it. Like, you still want to do it even if it's going to be painful. This video is sad, but let's take for instance, in a situation of somebody dying of cancer, any form of cancer, and then you tell them that you can do a surgery for them to save their life. I don't understand. Why will you say no to it? Of course you want to live, but the process of doing it is going to be painful. You're going to be like, you're going to feel so much pain that you will wish. There will be times you wish for death, but the end is the point. Like, I feel like Jungkook is more like, I rather live now and find out what happened to me. Why am I lying on this? Why do I think that Seokjin hit me with his car? Why do I feel so much anger towards someone I love so much? I think that's really, well, it's my theory. I think, well, if you have any other contribution to it to make it more, please leave a comment below and please interact with me. Let's discuss this. I really enjoy the BU stories. I just got into it and I really would like a guide on the webtoon, how to get the webtoon, because all I've been doing is watching the music videos that are related to it, and then I watched the summary of it. So this is the best feature. Please give it thumbs up, and then press the subscribe button, and please comment down below. Video it's going to be on different things relating to Korean, really what I'm interested in. Korean, mainly interested in BTS for now. Like, I haven't seen any other group that gives me the same rush as BTS. So dramas since middle school, so I think I'm a K-drama stan. Please thumbs up, subscribe, hit the like button, and please see you in the next video. Oh yes guys, that's it for this reaction video or explanatory video on the Film Out by BTS. And if you like this, please comment down below, press the like button, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Please don't just watch my video and don't subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. And I will like to add, I did a video, I don't know if I should post it or not. It's on my journey as to becoming an army, because I still regard myself as baby army, but to tell the story, like a story time. And then I will want to video that and then share. And then I'm really interested in knowing on how other people's journey. I've had comments, I've read other people's comments, I've seen reactors. Oh, it doesn't feel the same hearing you tell me how you went from having no clue who they are, and actual how I discover how BTS found me. Mostly I think the saying is you find BTS when you need them the most, and I think I did, and I would really like to share that with, because I didn't people's story or hear it. And then I will leave social media links down below, and then I will leave links to other videos that I have done down below. I think my first one was the reaction on Grammy, and please help me watch it and increase the view. Thank you. Please subscribe. Bye. See you in my next video. And to add, I started learning Korean too, so see you a little bit. I'll be like 반가워요, 잘 지냈어요, and then I'll be like 한국 분이 나요. I hope I got that right. Okay, thank you. See you in the next video.